Here comes the money. You're now listening to the Gambling with Gold podcast with Jason Gold. Presented by Champions Round.
Welcome to the spiciest take, divisional round for the NFL. Let's get right into it. Keep it spicy, everybody. Here we go. We're going to start off with Steph. What do you got for the divisional round?
Okay, so mine is not that spicy, but it probably is because I bet people already have a bunch of bets on this. No more Giants killer, okay? Boston Scott is not scoring a touchdown this time around. He's had 77 carries, 360 yards, and 10 career touchdowns versus New York. 16 career touchdowns in general, 10 of them against New York Giants, plus 370 for anytime touchdown. I think it's a waste of money this week. I don't see him getting into the end zone.
I don't know, man. I think Boston Scott, Miles Sanders, that's the way. If they're going to win, the Eagles are going to win. I think it has to be through the run game. So, he has been a Giants killer.
Wait. Are the Eagles winning?
Their Eagles are winning. You know that I will not,
winning?
no matter what, no one is going to get me at any point to say that I think that the Giants have a shot in this game.
Spicy take! The Giants, money line to take out the Philadelphia
Jason.
Eagles this week. Here's why, and thank you for setting me up perfectly. The easiest bet in the history of the divisional round, everybody is going to bet this week. Kansas City, Philadelphia, teaser. It's easy. Kansas City goes to 2.5. You get the Eagles at 1. Easy peasy. Everyone goes home happy. Someone is going to break this teaser, and I don't think it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars, which means that it has to be the New York Giants. So, if they're 7.5 right now and you get it to 1.5, does that mean that the Eagles only win by 1? Fine. I'll concede that. Maybe the Eagles win by 1. But this teaser is going to get busted. It's going to get busted by the best coach in the NFL, the big man himself, Brian Daboll, and the Giants are going to win this game. Steph, you said it yourself, even though you will not admit that you said it. We have it on camera. You said that whoever wins the Vikings-Giants game is going to go to the NFC Championship game. You didn't say which team. That's fine. You don't have to say that the Giants are going to make it, but you did say it. And you know what? I'm holding to that prediction, and I'm doubling the fuck down. Giants money line, baby. Spiciest take.
Jason pulled out receipts. You love it.
Any single time that you bet on my team, though, they lose, Jason.
No, I bet against you. I bet on you last week and they won.
I think the Giants are covering the spread. I think that is too large of a number for a divisional matchup. I get it. But I am not going to sit here and say that the Giants – okay, here's the thing. Eagles fans should be cocky going into this game. In theory, they have been one of the strongest teams in this league. They should have no problem putting away the New York Giants. If they lose to the New York Giants, they did not deserve to be there in the first place. So I think that the Giants right now, they don't have the strongest roster. They might have one of the stronger coaching teams. I agree with that entirely. I'm excited for what this team is going to do in the future. But if the Eagles do not put away the Giants, they did not deserve to be there. I don't care if there's a wacky call, whatever it is, get the job done. You should be cocky going into this game. It's just the New York Giants, right? That's what I've heard. It's just the New York Giants.
I mean, if there was going to be one number one seed to go down, it's not the Chiefs. They're playing for Super Bowl. Eagles are just playing to make sure that for their credibility. There's a lot of people doubting this Eagles team. I think it's going to be close, and the Giants will have an opportunity. And if Danny Dimes is out there not just running like Vanilla Vic, but also throwing for another 300 yards, I think Jason might be onto something, man.
It could happen.
It could
happen.
I'm going to get a little spicier, though. Right?
All right, here we go.
There's some good matchups out there this weekend. I think a lot of it is, we're going to go on the Chiefs. We're going to go with the Niners. Shout out to the Niners. The Eagles. But we get to this Bills-Bengals game, I feel like this is probably the hardest game, but I don't think it is. My spicy take of the week is that the Bills are going to dominate this Bengals team. It won't be close. Double-digit win for the Bills this week at home. And I know you're like, they struggled against Miami. I don't want to hear that. The Ravens should have beat the Bengals last week. I know they didn't. But in Cincinnati, the Ravens should have beat the Bengals last week. In the Bills, yeah, I know it was close. But guess what? They had a 17-0 lead to start the game. I'm taking the Bills in this one. I think they put the foot on the throats of these Bengals, and we see a very familiar face on that sideline to get the crowd amped in what could be their last playoff home game this season. Give me the Bills all over the Bengals this weekend.
I love it. I'm so far on board with this take. First of all, you have Damar Hamlin, who Sean McDermott said is now in the facility every day. There is not a world in which he does not lead them out of the tunnel this weekend. I don't care if they have to strap a heart monitor on him or wheel him out with someone, his heart beating for him on a pacemaker. What? That guy's leading them out of the tunnel this weekend. So first quarter, give me Bills all day, no matter what. Also, if we look at the line here right now, it opened up at 3.5. Everybody's betting on the Bengals. Mm-hmm. The line is now Buffalo -5. What does that tell you? It tells you that the folks out in Vegas that know exactly what the hell is going on are thinking that the Bills are going to win by a lot. So not only do I love your take, I'm going to back that take. I'm betting on it too. Bills by 10+. Let's lock it in.
All right, fuck it, I'm in too.
Yeah, let's go.
It's funny because the Bengals are like everybody's pick to kind of come out the AFC. That's a tough road to go 11-0 right now. They haven't lost in 11 straight games. Plus the Bills, plus the Chiefs just to get to the Super Bowl. I think it could be a farewell for Mr. Joe Burr.
I'm totally done. I love the take. It wasn't corny. It was great. I loved it.
No, I love it, man. And are we gonna be talking about our teams? I don't really want to get into the Niners, man, because I don't want to get into the Niners. I got some reserve.
I explained this last week. You have a quarterback. They're talking about his Johnson. You're going to the fucking Super Bowl. It's locked in.
But is it? This Dallas team looks good, man. If it wasn't for that Bills take, I'd be talking about, and if I wasn't just a diehard Niner fan, I'd be talking about this Cowboy team in a lot different light. They look kind of scary. If Micah Parsons is fully healthy, and if Dak is not turning the ball over, in all three phases, well, minus the kicking game, in all three phases, this team is pretty good. Like offense, defense, special teams, and it feels like it's the most dangerous team left in the NFC. Like if they're clicking, if they are on all cylinders, this Cowboys team is the best team in the NFC. If they're clicking now.
That's a spicy take.
They are.
The Bucs sucked all year. Like I'm not really that impressed by that win.
It's more so the fact that with this offense, with the way the run game is, with the way the passing game is, the defense, if they apply pressure, the way their ability to create turnovers, I would say like the Niners are a complete team, but we haven't seen Brock Purdy have to overcome adversity. The Eagles, they have their own misfortunes. And so when I look at all these teams, ceiling for Dallas is the highest out of any NFC team. Now the floor, that's a whole different story.
I have some thoughts on this game. Who knows Dan Quinn's defense better than anyone else? Who did they go when Dan Quinn was the coach of the Atlanta Falcons? Who was the offensive coordinator?
Shanahan.
Oh, Kyle Shanahan. I think the 49ers are going to absolutely run all over Dallas. Dallas is 1-4 on grass. I'm like Steph, not impressed at all that you beat a shitty Tampa Bay team that went 8-9 in the NFC South. All right. Now they have to travel cross country against San Francisco. San Francisco is just clicking. They're not even trying to beat these teams and they're blowing them out. Dallas, we've seen Dak. Dak's going to get into a pressure situation. The Cowboys' offensive line is a real fucking liability for them. And that's what San Francisco does best defensively. They are going to get to the quarterback. In Dallas, I'm sorry, they don't have any game breaker over the top like a DK Metcalf. You have CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's not a guy that's going 45 yards down the field. He's not that guy. And T.Y. isn't that guy either anymore. I think this presents a lot of issues for the Cowboys. I think San Francisco is in a place where they can dominate this game.
This game makes me sick. Like, I genuinely cannot – honestly, kudos to to Cowboys fans. Like I'm not gonna say I'm happy for you. So I'm not a liar. I can't do it on Twitter if the Cowboys beat. I will have to sign off for a day.
This is my favorite thing right now.
If the Niners lose this game, it's ugly, man.
We have a San Francisco 49ers fan who's like actively trying to talk himself into why the Cowboys are going to win this game, and we have a Giants fan who refuses to say that they have any chance to win this game. You two. You sandbagging sons of bitches.
Well, I listened to you last week. Write your own script. I listened to you write your own script for the Chargers last week, and it happened after they were up 27-0, so I can't sit here and write my own script for the Niners.
Fair enough. I did the same thing last week. I deserve that.
I think this Dallas team is legit a threat. And I've thought this since the early part, like the midseason point of the year, and they didn't play well down the stretch. But this team, if they are clicking, it's a dangerous team. So I know the Niners really haven't had to play any star-studded teams, and this is probably the biggest test the second half of the year for the Niners since Brock Purdy's been the starter. So, I'd like to think the Niners win this one, win it comfortably. But we saw the Seahawks even put up a fight against them in the first half last week. So if that happens again, if it's a slow start for the Niners or a competitive thing, I can see Dallas playing their way into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I think it's San Francisco in that first quarter. They have to play well. Like Cowboys are good front runners, so that would be a concern for me.
And the Cowboys travel well
themselves too. Like that, it's going to come down to if they can play mistake-free football, and they did. I mean, I will admit they were clicking back like they were towards the beginning of the season during that game, and their O-line played very, very, very well. Like Tyler Smith looked awesome out there. But I don't know. Come on. We need the 49ers have to make it the next round.
Have to. I won't come on the show next week. I will be a sad person all week next week if the Niners don't win this game. As much as I was talking last season when we went into Dallas and won, I'll be a very sad Niner fan this week.
Let's do on the way out predictions for all 4 games. Just do it quickly. Who do you think wins all 4? Steph, I know you're going to skip one of them. It's fine. Jesse, want you to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. KC, Bills, Eagles, Niners.
All right, Steph.
God, okay, sorry. Another this isn't a spicy take because I'm not fully backing it because I think I have taken KC to go all the way since the beginning of the season. I think Jacksonville could pose a very big problem for that Kansas City defense that has not looked very good. If they did not have Patrick Mahomes, I would feel a little bit more confident in Jacksonville. I'm going to pick the Chiefs with I think that Jacksonville can annoy the shit out of that defense. So I will pick Kansas City. I'm picking the 49ers. 0% chance. Sorry. Not doing it. Eagles. What's the last game? What am I missing?
Bills.
And Bills. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep it easy. Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, Giants. That's how this thing ends. I'm the only one who picks an outright upset. That's fine. I'll be spicy on my own little island over here. Oh, Spicy Island. That's a good idea for a new concept. Spicy Island. I love it. All right. Thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.